Alright guys, welcome back to 100% Chelsea and welcome back to South Boss's Corner coming from the Green Man in Wembley again. This show where you send in your questions and we answer them. Lewis, how you doing my friend?
Bit of a sore throat, but other than that I'm good.
Still feeling good after the weekend?
Probably explains the sore throat, to be honest.
Yeah. I get that. Well, we'll jump straight into your questions. As usual, we'll start with Twitter. First one comes in from @Maestro Jorginho. And you ask, thoughts on Morata getting put on the transfer list? Also, which realistic striker would you like to come in January? Love the match day vlogs and the content on 100% Chelsea.
That's what I'm safe for that.
Yeah, well, away you go.
It's been coming. Can't really say much. He's probably got a couple more goals than he has at this point last season, but it's mainly because we've been making more chances. I don't really think he's improved that much since he's been here. Don't really think it's been that promising either, so much say to say it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Well, it's about time. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it just is.
We've got to try to recoup as much as we can from him now.
Exactly. I mean, the talk at the moment is AC Milan looking interested.
AC Milan is just linked to our whole team now.
Yeah, but is it with Fabregas? They've got back Thiago and I think Pedro might have been in there somewhere, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, he needs to go. He needs to move on. He's not going to do it here. But yeah, I mean, we've touched on who we'd like to sign in January most weeks anyway. But next question comes in from @Lee Chappie. For those who don't know, he's the Jamie Vardy lookalike guy. So hello to you, sir. And you ask, do you think Kante does belong in the squad considering your manager said otherwise according to the media? Obviously, I do think he's the best midfielder in the Prem. Leicester's still trying to replace him, I think.
Yeah. Of course he deserves to be in the squad. I like the guy. Yeah, he had a lot of funny stuff when Leicester won the league, but yeah, of course Kante's got.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the performance of the weekend just probably helped to show. I mean, that goal was vital, especially.
Yeah, the guy's learning to adapt. Just give the guy time. Give the guy till the end of the season. If he's still as poor as he was at the start, then maybe ask questions. But give the guy time. He's been going up and up every year since he came to the Premier League.
I mean, we touched on it obviously last week about the whole difference in roles this year. And, a lot of people have actually said that Kante shouldn't be playing there, but obviously that's the way the system is. I mean, at the end of the day, if we can win with Kante playing outside of his natural position and beat City, obviously we can do something right in that formation.
This is the thing, we're in transition, so things ain't going to look great yet. That's why you just got to leave it for a little bit, see where we are at the end of the season.
Cool, that famous word, transition. The amount of times that's been thrown around, Jesus Christ. Nonetheless, anyway, thanks for sending your question, thanks for watching. Another one comes in from @GMFootballSC and you ask, what would you do if Mike Ashley took over the club?
Kill myself.
Kill yourself? Fuck it, that's very far to go.
I wouldn't enjoy football anymore. Probably that would probably be one.
I think I'd shed a tear. I'd definitely shed a tear. I wouldn't go as far as to kill myself because I still want to watch my team play football. But
this is the thing for anyone who says Abramovich wants to sell out. We could have a lot worse than him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if there are any Newcastle fans watching this, I mean, I think the whole football world feels sorry for you here. Honestly,
they've had him for too long.
Exactly.
Too long.
I mean, just imagine that. I mean, we've complained about spending, but I mean, at Newcastle, it's been a major problem. I mean, when you think about it, the way that guy treats his club is it's disgusting. It genuinely is, and I'm not surprised.
Mike Ashley bought Chelsea Football Club.
Oh shit!
I would kill myself, as Lewis is saying. Not only that, I'd hang and caught myself if that was possible. Cheers.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, but then you'd let him win. By killing yourself, that would make Mike Ashley win.
Would it?
Yeah.
I mean, why?
Because you need fans. You need fans to protest against the guy.
Mike Ashley's not trying to kill us.
I'm telling you, he probably wouldn't even give a shit, knowing how he has a relationship with
If he could sell our skin for slugging tracksuits, he probably would have been.
Exactly, yeah. He's slowly killing half his work base at Sports Direct anyway. But yeah, no, I genuinely think if that did happen though, there would be protests. There would be definite protests. Like, I mean, to be honest, I don't even want to think about it anymore. It's hurting me just to think, but yeah. I wouldn't kill myself though. I definitely wouldn't do that.
I don't know what this guy's imagining asking this question.
Anyway, next question. It's two actually. So we got one from Twitter, one from Insta. We're going to link them together. It's about false nine. So at Hashi131, Hazard said he gets less touches of the ball in the false nine. Do you think we should stick to it as we beat City with it? And then at Marco Fazario 0 from something like that. I'll try my best. Coming from Insta. Do you think we should use a false nine? I'm guessing you're supposed to mean if we sign a striker. So, gents, what do we think?
Nah. I don't know. I think it's better than any of the options we currently have. I think one thing I am going to say, which I think a lot of people said he couldn't do, Hazard won a lot of headers against City. Won like at least 4 or 5.
Oh.
You know, and he was a presence in the middle of the pitch. He wasn't playing as a false nine either. He was playing as a centre forward. He wasn't dropping deep. No, he was at the front of the line and he was switching between the front three. So I would use it for now. However, if we don't use it, it's good to have it as an option. So, for example, I think if it's not broken, don't fix it. But, for example, this works currently in the format we have. I think we've seen how Willian and Pedro help the fullbacks. I would. However, at the same time, if you're playing Burnley away or something, or one of those really tough, niggly games, and you just need to have a physical presence, you've got Olivier Giroud for that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one of the things we've said for a while with, like, one thing we said about Sarri is he hasn't had a plan B. Now, I'd like to think it's not a massive change of system, but at the end of the day, it's a change of roles for a striker, and it can change the way a game's played. So, potentially, we've got a plan B now, do you think?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, it's a plan B, but I don't know if it's the one that we should be sticking with. I think it made sense for City because strike. We've already spoken about strike problem. I'm not going to go into it, but it made sense to have Pedro and Willian on the wings because they track back. Like Louis said, if you're placing a team that'll sit deep against you, it's kind of a little bit pointless. Plus, you isolate Hazard and you minimise the amount of touches they'll have on the ball. For your best player, you need him on the ball as much as you want. And that's the one thing it doesn't offer. It offers you defensive cover, which can help when you haven't really got a striker up front doing much. But
then
when
again,
you've got 3 wingers...
Well, I'll just throw something into the mix then. If Hazard, at the end of the day, there's been talk of him being a world-class player. I think he personally is. But if he's a world-class player, surely he should be able to adapt.
No, surely he should be able to adapt, but like part of being in that role is that you're going to get less touches.
To be honest, I think the biggest thing here is it has only been 1 game. I think if you're going to analyse Hazard in the false 9 role, you need to give it a good few games.
Fair.
Minimum.
I'd
honestly, 5 games isn't even enough.
Yeah,
I'd say minimum 10 games.
I'm not going to stand here and slate after 1 game. You just beat Man City.
Well, no, I know you're not slating it.
I
I know you're not. But I'm just saying, so there's no point analysing it to death over 1 game, because again, it's it doesn't really make sense. It just feels like you're following everyone else. And secondly, that's just content for the sake of it. So, do you know what I mean? It's
let me say one more thing then, because I think it is relevant though. If we look at Sarri when he played at Napoli, he had Insigne in the left, and he had Mertens in the middle, and then he had Callahan, I think it was, on the right. Now, apart from Callahan, who I think is 6'1" or something, they're 2 small players. Now, Hazard and Willian and Pedro, they're not the biggest. It looks like he sort of his formation thrives with small players. So I'm just thinking, maybe, and our best forwards are small players. And I said it in my fan cam. It's something to throw into the mix, obviously, but as you said, obviously it is early to say. But I think there's something to consider anyway. If we're trying to compare Napoli to what he's come to Chelsea for, and if he's going to use it.
Well, I think the element of comparison is there. However, at the same time, I don't think any 2 teams are ever going to be the same, ever. And I don't think the 2 teams ever have been the same. You know, I guess the biggest comparison you could say is Pep at City and Pep at Barcelona. I mean, straight away look, they're two completely different systems, two completely different styles as well.
I don't see it as being the same. I see it rather more like an adaptation of the same thing, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So it's not rock solid same thing. It's just the same idea, just used a bit differently. But anyway, we'll see. It's a good question anyway. Well, good couple of questions. Good talking point for us there. So we'll move on to Insta now. First one comes in from @LukeyBoy2892. I know you've asked a few questions, sir. So well done, fair play to you. I can't get my words out. Are you planning to go to any Europa League aways?
Well, we were. I know you're still going. So Jack, you're going tomorrow?
Yeah, leaving tomorrow for Hungary. Yeah.
So as this release, Jack is literally going to be doing coursework to like get ready to go to Hungary tomorrow. We were going to go, weren't we, Lewis?
Yeah.
But I couldn't get the numbers. We could have got the numbers. We did have the numbers, but it just didn't work out money wise and all that type of stuff. Student budget, blah blah blah. It's annoying because that was my 21st planned out. I had it all good. No, I wanted to do, but unfortunately can't do it now.
You're still going to have a good one.
Oh yeah,
Back in England now.
Speaking of that, it's going to be. Well, we're going to be here. Funnily enough, there's about 50 people coming so far. To have something here, and then during the day we're still planning it. We're going to do a charity tournament, football tournament, and there is going to be a just giving page down in the description as well for the Royal Marsden Hospital. Basically, so they do cancer stuff. They helped my mum before she passed away. They've helped a lot of other people, get over cancer as well. But yeah, there'll be a link to that down in the description as well. So if you would like to donate, we'd be very grateful for that. So thank you very much. But it's kind of we're going to be doing a football tournament, and there'll still be buckets going around on birthday, and hopefully I want to aim to try and raise £1,000. So
yeah, that'd be good.
I think that's the plan anyway. So it's going to be good. But you're going with your dad on it, Tom, Greg?
Oh yeah, I'm going with my old man. Obviously, Loz will be out there, so we'll have content coming from whilst we're out there. I can't guarantee myself that I'll be doing much, but we'll see.
You enjoy yourself, mate.
It's one of those. It's needed. It's only a small trip away, but oh my god, it's definitely needed. But anyway, Europa League away is like we're going through next round.
Depends who we get.
There's a few that aren't too bad.
Who's the one that we can get, which we really wanted?
Well, but
I think Lazio. Lazio.
No, Lazio's the one we do not want. He won't be going if we go to Lazio.
I'll definitely be going. That'll be fun.
You will be going, mate. I am not going to be trying to fucking save you from getting stabbed by a bunch of Lazio fans.
that'd be good fun.
God, fucking hell.
I'll tell them to hold on.
Yeah. Alright, cheers to
Next.
But
But we're going to try and do some knockout league games anyway. We got to.
Oh, we will. We're definitely gonna do at least one.
Yeah.
But student budgets and all of that.
Let's just hope we don't have the option of only one.
Let's hope not. But
Not count our chickens.
let's see who we get and try best that one.
Yeah. Good question anyway. Next one comes in from @Pugs873. Have you got over the City win yet?
No.
Nah.
Next question.
Sore throat.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those games where I still can't believe we won it. But yeah, next question anyway, from @LubyDoobyLaw, I think that is. And he asks, if you could choose one player to come out of retirement and play for Chelsea, who would it be? For me, it's obvious at the moment. Yeah.
Pele. You chose one player to come out of retirement.
Let's talk Chelsea player.
Oh, he's got plenty here. One player to come out of retirement and play for
Well, I
Chelsea.
go R9 then.
as well.
I go the original Ronaldo.
Original Ronaldo.
Either or, isn't it? I'll take either.
I mean, Zlatan's technically just about to retire, so he's in the retirement league. So good way to get Zlatan.
Yeah. Oh, well, what about a Chelsea player then from you?
Okay, if there's a Chelsea player coming out of retirement, then it's got to be Drogba.
Drogba, okay.
Yeah,
I was hoping you'd say something else for a bit of discussion. But fair enough.
Bring back Costa, even though his record's probably not been that great.
Scott, what was his record?
Now.
Yeah, it's like he's got like 2 goals in 17 games. When I heard last time. It was
What,
rubbish.
Diego?
Yeah, he's not had a great record.
Crikey.
It's not ridiculous.
I'd still take him back though.
The thing is though with Costa, right? He always had a good August to December, and then January onwards he wouldn't do a lot.
Not gonna lie, I'd rather a guy who showed up half a season than a guy who barely showed up.
Yeah.
That's true.
At least he was physical on the ball. He
Yeah.
brought others into the game.
Yeah, he's had 3 goals
But yeah,
and 23 appearances.
There you go, you get 3 goals and 23 appearances for Thiago Costa since he's gone back to Atletico.
Not the best, but you know, it was. I'm pretty sure he was all right. Well, no, I couldn't comment, but never mind. I
Maybe
still
should
do
come
want
back to
him.
London. Maybe that's what he's missing.
Yeah, you don't know what you're missing, mate. But I'm trying to think if we could choose any. Where else do you think we need to strengthen in the moment
Right wing.
on the pitch?
Right,
Right
take
wing.
Lampard just because why not? Take Lampard just because why not? And it's Lampard.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, the midfield's at least good.
I think the midfield's alright. If we're talking right wing, which you said, who would you think? Who would you throw in the mixer?
Pat Nevin.
Yeah, it's a good shout. It's a very good shout. He's a great player.
Good player, yeah.
One player of the season, didn't he? A couple of times.
He did. So Pat Nevin or
Dash Solar on the right.
who else played on the right for us that was actually half decent? That's retired. Because I wanted to go Robin, but Robin's not retired yet, has he?
No, I wouldn't take Robin. No, I wouldn't.
Good Johnson or Damien Duff?
Damien Duff, yeah. Do you know what I was thinking?
Damien Duff's a good
It's-
call.
I love Damien Duff when he was playing. That's a massive throwback, you know.
I'll try. But yeah.
Yeah, well, good question again. Anyway, we'll move on. Next one comes from @eStrank. Do you want Kovacic to stay?
Tell you what, he's very good on the ball. But my only issue is end product. You see the thing in the midfield, Bob, Loftus-Cheek, there ain't really a lot of players that'll take a long shot. Kovacic is brilliant on the ball, but end product, we're not seeing like the key factor in terms of goals and assists yet. That's the only thing that we're lacking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I personally think that I'm not too fast, really. I mean, I don't mind if he does, I don't mind if he doesn't, because I don't want to sound like, I have had thoughts of like, I kind of want him to go to give Barkley and Ruben a bit more opportunity, but then again, he's still a good player.
It's those.
It's like a dilemma
It's,
for me.
it's
do you know
those.
what I mean?
It's those little bits of quality that we needed in that Manchester City game, and he produced it because he's played at because the level he's played at.
Yeah.
There's a few things that have gone unnoticed. So there was a time when City obviously like to press him. They go in packs, and they pressed in the 3 on Kovacic, and he got out of them every single time. You know, there's those little touches on the ball. Maybe to be honest, it would make more sense to have him contend with Jorginho for that Regista role. I think that personally for me, it makes more sense. I think that's more of his style rather than playing as a box-to-box midfielder because, like we said, he doesn't have an end product. But
To be fair,
yeah,
if
do you
his
need to
passing
reduce
just
this?
improved that bit more, it wouldn't be a bad shout.
well, his passing's already superb.
Yeah, I think like Jorginho level.
I mean, Jorginho.
Yeah, to be fair, that is just like one of a kind-ish.
Yeah, do you know, it's interesting you say that actually because I didn't really think about, I've not really thought about it like that, and they are actually very similar. It would be interesting to see. I mean, there is currently nobody really challenging for Jorginho's part. I don't think we can count Fabregas. Yeah, he's realistically he might well go in Jan or the summer next summer anyway. But it's something interesting to see. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Jorginho, not Kovacic. He's a good player, but I feel it's one of those things. I feel like if he has a really good season from here on in, then Real Madrid are going to want a lot of money for him.
Yeah.
It's just obvious business.
They've already said by the looks that they don't want to keep him. So, I mean, to be honest, for a player of Kovacic's quality, I probably about 50-60 million. I personally, for a central midfielder as well. And also, I think the reason it won't be as expensive as I was thinking it will be is because he's not first, second, third, fourth, fifth choice. He is like way down the pecking order at Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Well,
he's got world class, genuinely world class players to contend with.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though they haven't been doing that well, in fairness. Like, let's be honest, even Real Madrid haven't been doing well.
This is true.
Blame the goalkeeper.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. Let's just fucking blame the dickhead.
What, Keylor Navas?
Oh no.
No, he was keeping him out for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
God, what a snake. But yeah, should we move on? I don't want to talk about Courtois.
Yeah, we'll move on then. Right, so next one comes from Jason Harrell. I think that's how I pronounce it. Favourite restaurant near Wembley?
We've got a few, haven't we?
Yeah, no, I think I'm going to let you two go out on this one.
So I think so. If you go to the outlet, obviously Nando's, because we're there at least without fail 2 or 3 times a month. Without fail.
Is there anywhere else in outlet we can say?
We could go Pizza Express sometimes, but that's
Frankie
it.
Pennies.
No. You say Frankie Pennies in my presence again, I'll fucking cut you, Talika. Don't.
Discount voucher.
I don't give a fuck. Frankie and Benny's is a disgrace.
I heard, right, at Frankie and Pennies they ban you from using your phone or something like
No,
that.
they don't, and I don't go to Frankie and Benny's anyway. So
Sounds like you're going
Yeah, shout out Subway.
It sounds like a bad ex-girlfriend.
what, no, Frankie Benny's isn't like a bad ex-girlfriend. Frankie and Benny's is more like the priest that touched me at fucking church.
At Frankie and Pennies.
Hate it. It's disgusting.
But that's our sponsorship deal gone.
I don't care. Frankie and Benny's, you weren't going to give me one anyway because I would have turned it down. But I think if you go outside of the outlet, Beats Burgers. Big up Beats.
Yeah.
So you showed us that last year?
Was that
late last year you showed it to us?
Oh.
You were still in Vicky Halls, weren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Big up Darren in Vicky Halls as well.
Yeah.
I just want to say.
Apart from the bit of building's a shithole though. If ever you get the opportunity to live there, don't.
No. I'd rather live there than live where we lived, like I lived last year. 100%, and I'm not even going to give them credit because it's that much of a shithole and they still haven't paid my deposit. So Grandfelder and CRM students, where the fuck's my deposit?
He says he's not going to shout him out and shouts him out 5 seconds later.
Huh?
I mean, this is Saboss's corner and he's going on a personal attack.
They ain't got my deposit.
Company now.
I go in to get my deposit and they kick me out. So if you have a choice to live in Wembley, don't live in CRM students and don't live in Grandfelder.
I think
you
should put a video on your personal channel just
Are
explaining.
you basically saying I should start re-uploading again? Because you're the 5th person who said that.
Yeah.
I do need to start re-uploading, but you know, we're going to where we live. We don't need to live. Where it talks food, you've got Beats Burgers, Chicken World. Now, listen,
Iconic.
what was it? That is like voted who was it? The girl from Chicken Shop took the All Blacks there because it's one of the best chicken shops in London.
Really?
Yep, they filmed. You know the Squad. So Cheeky Sport. Yeah, we saw it. They filmed their promo for the Squad in Chicken World. What else has been done in Chicken World? Obviously we're there. Well, we were there most weeks. That's the reason I'm so big now. I'm not gonna lie, because I went there way too much in first year.
They had good cheap pizzas as well, actually.
Yeah, it was like 2-3 quid for a pizza. That's exactly what the issue was. But yeah, like it's good. That's like that's a chicken shop you have to go to. I suppose Chicken Connoisseur hasn't gone there. Actually, to be fair, he's still about as well.
I can't say that I've seen him since he exploded. Really.
They've got a Snapchat subscribe page for Channel 4. It's mad.
Wow, fair play to him.
You got that. One that we haven't said yet, and we do go there a lot, or I go there a lot anyways. I like to go to Ecuador.
Yeah, I was waiting for that one to come.
It's like a pizzeria / greasy spoon, right at the end of Wembley. So if you come out of Wembley Park, and instead of going down Wembley Way, if you take that little side road, you go right out of Wembley Park Station, and you just walk down there, and obviously you'll see Chicken World, you'll see Beats Burgers, you'll see the Turkish as well. That's another one of ours. Meze Grill.
Meze Grill.
Oh, I hadn't been there before, actually, you know.
Yeah, it's just really it's banging, absolutely banging. Obviously the Green Man. Obviously.
Yeah. Not a restaurant, but we'll add it in.
Or
anyway.
pub and restaurant, but this is one of our favourite places to go.
Yeah, the food here is insane.
I will be having some for my lunch, 100%.
Yeah. Don't blame you.
But yeah, I mean, there's quite a lot in terms of restaurants around here that you go to. The thing is, they're all independent, apart from obviously the outlet. They're all run by all little independent businesses, and I think that's one thing I quite like as well, because there's that personal touch as well.
Yeah.
Like when I went to Pizza Express with Scott yesterday for dinner, and you kind of, obviously as a student, you get your student discount card, and apparently it's not valid in the one in Wembley. Whereas if you go to like Beats Burgers, or you go to all these little places down here, and you know them, you speak to them regularly or whatever, it's the little personal touches, like you get something to get little bits of extra stuff. You get like you get something to get a discount. You have a laugh with them, and it's not just a case of trying to turn over tables and just get in and out. They actually want you there.
Yeah.
and that's a bonus for me, and that's why I like them.
Oh, fair play.
Yeah, there's also drive-through McDonald's as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll shout out all the fast food places as well. What we got around there? We got Mackey's, got Subway,
You got
KFC.
I mean, KFC is Wembley Central. We don't really venture into Wembley Central, do we? I mean, you do.
You can get delivery.
Yeah.
Get delivery.
You won't. What's
Yes,
the?
delivery. It's
what-
the best thing ever.
It's the
Really?
best thing ever.
Yeah, man, I'm not even gonna
It's free
dispute
delivery
that.
And there's no minimum charge.
Exactly.
Just God, just eat. Just have to get it at the right time.
Why are you telling me this? I don't need KFC. Have you seen
Yeah, you
it?
do.
Everyone
Yeah,
Jack,
you do.
I already look like I'm going to die age 45.
Yeah, there's
and
KFC. There's
I don't need
KFC,
this
man.
shit.
That is KFC.
I have KFC like 2 or 3 times a year, tops. Like, the last time I had it was at Burnley. Yeah, I don't have KFC that often.
Oh, that's a shame.
I'm more of a-
man.
more
In
of
Burnley, 'cause that's the
That's literally the only thing in Burnley. There's
Yeah.
nothing. You had Subway, you had McDonald's, you had KFC, and you had a big Tesco, and a gala bingo. That's Burnley.
Oh yeah, Carla Bingo.
Oh my God, there's nothing there.
No, that's nothing. But yeah, I mean, we like to go to a few places around Wembley. What's our number one though? Like, if we all go together, where do we go normally?
No, it's
All together.
This is
Beach Burgers, isn't it? Really?
It's the only place I'd say we've gone to the most altogether. Yeah.
Yeah. Bigger Abdullah. That's right.
Yeah,
Beach
I do need to go back. The chicken strips from there
I
are
really
so
think we
nice.
go Nando's more.
I don't really go Nando's though.
Or maybe,
We're going Nando's now.
We are.
After, you just wait for us. We'll come with you.
Nando's.
Yeah, that's the point. I can edit the.
Yeah, you can edit in Nando's. But yeah, look, I think Nando's beats burgers. Basically chicken. We like chicken.
Yeah.
That's
That's
it.
a stereotype.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we do like our food over here at 100% Chelsea.
Yeah, no shit, Trev. Look at the fucking size of me, mate.
The thing is, the amount of food I eat, right? I'm a lanky fucker, me. I eat a shitload of food.
Yeah, this is true.
I don't understand.
You eat more than me. I remember when I moved in and you came in, I came over to mine, and I cooked a pizza,
Yeah.
and you were still hungry, so then I cooked pasta, and then you were still hungry.
I'll
and
eat
you had
anything,
something
man.
else.
That's that quick metabolism. That's
Yeah,
what that
innit?
is.
Lucky bastard.
Well, I say that, I can't put any weight on, that's the problem.
So, well, listen, mate, I have all the fat controller for nothing.
But anyway, that's a great question. That's probably our longest talking point in the episode, and that wraps up the first little section. We'll see you over at Sad Boss Corner for our Sad Boss of the Week.
Right, guys, welcome to Sad Bastards Corner. It's that time of week again where we pick your Sad Bastard of the Week. It's the best question out of all the questions that you guys have submitted to us for this week. And the first question, the question, if I can find it.
You gotta go all the way down now.
I was on a roll as well. Right, let's get to it. Sad Bastard of the Week from Twitter at Rapping Yogi says, why do you think Roman will keep Chelsea when it's saying the UK government don't want Russian oligarchs in the UK anymore?
Now, I'm not going to say it's certain he's going to keep Chelsea, but I think the reason why it's in my Sad Boss of the Week is, well, fair play to you as well, mate. I think it's an interesting talking point. Now, it's almost a video in and of itself, but
Yeah.
I mean, I know you said to me you don't know too much about the whole thing, but essentially, I don't know if do you remember the whole incident with the poisoning and the Russian agents?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's basically what it's all stemmed from. And look, the way I see it is, yes, the UK government definitely don't have a good relationship with a lot of high-power Russian people at the moment. Now, we know that he's had to get an Israeli passport, and he's got a working visa, which will expire in, I think from the time of having it, I think it lasts about 6 months or something like that. We might have got an extension on it, or some special case where he gets it longer than usual. But the thing is, what I like the way I think of it is, at the moment we are nowhere near on the level that City and in some sense United are in terms of money. And at the end of the day, it's becoming more and more about money in football, about the transfers, about the players, and just about everything. And I think that to be so disconnected, like, I don't mean he's 100% disconnected, but to get further and further disconnected away from the thing that you own, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for him. I don't know what you think about this anyway.
I think because the question is, would you sell if you were him, and why do you think you'd keep him? I think what will keep him here is his love for the club. Because the one thing you have seen is the guy genuinely cares. The guy's at youth games, the guy regularly goes to training. He keeps a connection with his staff, with his players. Like you hear like John Terry and the old guard talking about how much they love being with Abramovich and stuff. You'll see him at Youth Cup finals. I remember a couple of years ago he was sitting in a box with Kroenke watching the final. He cares about Chelsea, and I think that's what will keep him here.
Yeah.
But you talk about the government not wanting him in the UK anymore, banning his work visa. It's obviously making it hard for him, and probably explains the last couple of transfer windows with the lack of spending. You look at the summer transfer window, whatever mess that was with Conte, with Sarri, and I was only really, barely signing any real players.
Yeah. Well, in fairness, we did spend a fair bit of money though.
No, we spent a fair bit of money, but that's kind of because we were forced to after waiting ages again. We didn't move till July.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, as well, if we look at the stadium plans, they've obviously had to be put on hold.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad that stadium was done.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree.
Glorified Emirates.
Yeah. But I don't think he will sell. If I was him, personally speaking, I probably would. To be honest, I probably would. I would. As much as I have a love for the club and that, I think it's in such a risky time at the moment. Actually, I'd let it lie a little bit because it's still it's sort of beginning to cool down a little bit, the whole situation. It's not really in the news as much, but I mean I'd definitely be considering it. It's difficult for me to say a lot on, obviously, because there's a lot of things which we don't know, and you know it can't come out. Exactly.
Stuff, especially with this.
Exactly.
Russian oligarchs, people getting poisoned and shit. That is a lot that we don't know.
But I mean, feel free anyway. This is something which is a big talking point, in fact, and it's an important talking point in terms of the club. So feel free to leave a comment or let us know what your thoughts are on this anyway. But I just worry that if this situation carries on, then the lack of money will potentially become more of a thing. Exactly. Now I think if he does sell, then somebody very, very wealthy will buy Chelsea. That's the one thing I will say. I mean, Chelsea is a global club.
No, I get that, and I'm not really against someone richer taking over. Like, if that helps us out, then it helps us out. But I'm thinking the one thing that's always kept us safe for Abramovich is you look at him and you can tell the guy genuinely loves the club.
Exactly, yeah.
You've seen some of the shit show for owners that other clubs have. You look at Arsenal with fucking Stan Kroenke. You want to look further down. Look at maybe Bolton. Look at Blackpool. Clubs like that with terrible owners that have dragged their clubs down divisions. Now I'm not saying we're gonna have that with a club like Chelsea with the name and the star power as a club that we have. Probably won't have that sort of owner.
Yeah.
But a Stan Kroenke sort of owner could be around there. I'm not saying every owner out there is evil and shit, but we've got a good one. I would rather keep him.
Exactly. Now, I think the universal opinion from Chelsea fans is everyone loves Roman Abramovich, what he's done for the club and this sort of thing. And if he does decide to sell, it will be sad. It genuinely will be.
He's the reason why we're here.
Exactly. We have to attribute our success to him at the end of the day. I think the outpouring of tributes and emotions, if he does sell, will be massive. But it's
on statue.
Exactly. Yeah. It's one of those things. We're not politicians. We ain't political commentators. We're just football fans at the end of the day.
Football game.
Yeah, we're just football fans at the end of the day, so we can only say so much. But it's one of those things which, like, don't get me wrong, I'd like to know a bit more about. It's an interesting topic. But as far as we can say and as far as we can go, I think we've said all we can say really at the moment. And I think that'll wrap it up.
Yeah, I think that'll wrap up. Again, shout you out one more time at Rapping Yogi on Twitter. You're our sad boss of the week. Congratulations. This is episode 12 of the Sad Boss, the show that I'm here to like and subscribe to 100% Chelsea. As usual, social media links down in the description below. Don't forget to follow Jack on all of his socials. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials. Don't forget to follow Louis and Scott on all their socials as well. And yeah, we will see you on Thursday for video A. Most pointless game of the decade, up the Chelsea.